So as far as the off-season work, it's just been, we finally, I think, we took possession of the new boat in February. So pre-February and February, we didn't own a nut or a bolt or anything. So the off-season work has been extreme, from getting the boats, getting them ready, still getting them ready, to putting our shop together. Kind of all the logistics of all that has just been, it's a full-time job to try and get it everything up and going and ready, and being ready to be able to go to Guntersville here in the next couple months here. So there's a ton of work that we've been putting in, and I'm up at 4 a.m. and I go to work, I do work stuff, then I come here, and I'm here till 9 o'clock every single night trying to get things ready to go. And it's just been it's overwhelming at the moment, but we're going to be all right, and we'll be good to go. To get on the podium, that it's not just to get that 9 boat on the podium and get comfortable in the boat. To make sure that this boat gets on the podium, and Mike gets comfortable, and learn our team, learn our new owners. I'm excited to be a part of it with Daryl Vanessa. They've been great so far. I mean, it's been a tremendous run since we started this whole thing, and I am extremely excited for the future, because I think what we're doing this year is just going to continue to grow, and I'm extremely excited for the next few years to come. So it should be something really special. Being competitive. In the 98, we were there, we were running laps, we were in the show, it was great. We were able to represent the Graham Trucking team and Rob and everything that they've been a part of in H1, but now it's, you got a shot. Before it was running laps, and that's okay, but now it's, you have a haul that has done extremely well, you have the shoes to fill, and filling those shoes and putting it out there out front like we know it can is a stress, but at the same time it can be done, and we know it can be done. So for me, the goal is to show what I can do in that haul, with what everyone else has done in it. So my goal is to put it on the podium and put it out front and put our team in a position to win. Driving the 5, which is the 12 now, the first time in Tri-Cities, going out, making the lap, warm-up lap, and then them letting me put my foot in it, and when the fin hooked up for the first time, when you have your foot into it, the G-forces and just the pull, like when that fin hooked, you knew the power behind that boat and the size behind that boat when you first went in there with your foot into it. And that was something you won't forget, because the first few laps your face feels like it's 14 feet wide, because you're just the pressure, and it's nuts. So that would definitely be my welcome to H1. Bobby and Brandon Kennedy, both those two. Those guys are, Bobby, oh man, they can just fly boats like you haven't seen. I mean, they're good. I mean, Brandon does an extremely good job in the GP class, and then Bobby I've never seen someone hang a Henderson Hydro like Bobby does. So those two would definitely be people that I would love to see in this. Not love to see, but they would be good here. Probably just back in, I don't even know what year it was, when Mike got his first ride, and then just me being able to get on board with it. I think it was like 2004, something like that, and he was driving the 2 for Jim Harvey. It was a bunch of outboarders that went out there and helped run the boat, and so it was kind of neat. It was a good experience. Probably the Stinger in Inboard, Terry driving it, Terry Troxel, and then Unlimited. It didn't matter. I mean, it just, I'd like to see the boats go around. I could say Pico one day, I could say, Budweiser the next day, I could say the Trend West boat. I mean, I'd be lying to you. But I dig the Stinger because that little boat was so fast. So that was a fun boat to watch. Terry Troxel, both, for sure. I just really liked them. Well, the 12, when it was the 5. I haven't got to drive my boat, so it's going to be the 9. But right now, the 12. It was a good experience. I've driven the 12, the 7, the 57, and the 98. So out of all those, definitely the 12. Tri-Cities for Unlimited. I just like the crowd, the people. It's the first place I ever drove a boat, Unlimited. And then inboard would be probably Pateras. I just really like being over there on the Columbia River and just hanging out, and just I enjoy that side of our state. So probably those 2 races. Detroit. That was my first race ever driving as an actual driver in an Unlimited. That was it's a corner. That Rooster Tail turn is a corner that you don't want to drive your car 60 miles an hour through, but we're going to send that boat 190 miles an hour through that corner. And you do it because everybody else did it, so, here we go. So that would be the most challenging, and with the dog leg and all that stuff. And then inboard, probably for me, Black Lake, because it's got a really weird wind up the backstretch, and I blew my 1 liter over there, and it just, you get halfway down that backstretch, and it's got just I don't know what it is, but there's just this weird area that you're going to take off if you don't, know what's going on over there. So definitely Black Lake for the inboard.